Sir Alex Ferguson led the tributes to Arsene Wenger in the final matchday program of the Frenchman's reign at the Emirates Stadium. Wenger walked out onto the pitch under a guard of honour as he took charge of his last home game for the Gunners in the clash against Burnley. And the program was jam-packed of heartfelt tributes to the outgoing Arsenal manager, former player Thierry Henry and Patrick Vieira penned glowing appraisals of their ex-boss, as did Wenger's long-term former assistant boss Pat Rice. But perhaps the most poignant tribute was supplied by Wenger's old adversary Ferguson. Of course, the Manchester United legend is recovering from life-threatening surgery after suffering a brain hemorrhage, news that rocked English football on Saturday night. But before falling ill, Ferguson eulogized about his great friend Wenger. He wrote, "What a career, absolutely fantastic. Apart from his managerial skills, he's shown an incredible endurance, durability and determination. In a certain way I relished the rivalry we had, but I also had a bit of trepidation. Because you have to win those matches. The contest between those great clubs, I think it made the Premier League. Myself and Arsene were competitive and there were contentious issues when the two teams met. But when I took on the role at UEFA, and Arsene plays a big role in that, we would sit for dinner every year at a beautiful little restaurant in Switzerland and enjoy each other's company. We get on very well." Vieira, who is a contender to replace Wenger, continued the glowing appraisals. "I first met Arsene when I was at AC Milan. I remember how calm and composed he was, his tone of voice was always the same." The World Cup winner wrote, "He told me he was going to manage the team and he'd like me to be there. My move was due to him. He was so important for me and my game. He gave me trust and that trust and confidence allowed me to express myself. Now in my coaching career, I try to have relationships with players like I had with Arsene. I want to thank him for his honesty and trust, because that trust made me a better player in person." Henry, who is the club's all-time leading goal scorer having been signed by Wenger, wrote, "It's the way he triggers your brain, the way he allows you to be the person you want to be. He has that way of making you think you can be the best player in the world. When you think about Arsenal, you think of Arsene and vice versa." Ramsey, who has been an integral part of Wenger's plans during the closing years of his 22-year reign, said, "He's a massive influence on me. He brought me in as a 17-year-old, he gave me opportunities early on in my career and has shown faith in me. I owe him a lot. I think he changed the way football was when he first came here. That takes so much courage to do that." Rice played a vital role as Wenger's number 2 in the Frenchman's glory years in North London before retiring in 2012 due to a chronic knee problem. Players loved to pay for him. He always wanted to improve them, penned Rice. He was very respectful to his players and they loved his footballing philosophy. It's still the same now. It's why people from around the world love to watch Arsenal. Arsenal director Ken Fryer, who played a key role in Wenger's appointment in 1996, added, "Not only did he buy into the values at Arsenal, I think he enhanced them. He was totally honest in what he did. Now he is leaving, I just wish him every possible happiness. I don't need to wish him success because he will be successful in whatever he chooses to do.